All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mom's Basement. I'm your co-host, Buffalo Ben. I'm here with my best friend, Ryan. Of course, we started this podcast, so you probably heard this in every episode because our boss is tired of us wasting time and talking about sports. So here we are.
I know, like, who does he think he is actually want me to change a tire?
Like, sheesh. Wow, how dare you work?
I know, right? How dare I do my job?
All right, so week 9, this is right after the trade deadline. No trades. I was about to say lots of good trades, but, I was prepared to say that, but I don't think – there's only 2 trades that were
of
decent.
Relevance, yeah.
Yep. One went to the Bills.
There's 3.
Okay, one went to the Bills.
The Bears, I don't know what the Bears are doing, but they got Montez Sweat for a second-round pick. I don't know if they tend to sign him or not, but if they just got him for an 8-game rental, that's dumb. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills got a cornerback that's well needed.
Yes.
49ers
defense got a lot better.
49ers defense, I didn't even know Chase Young was on the chop block here.
3rd-round pick.
Wow.
And he's lined up with Bosa and all them now over there in San Francisco.
That's going to be a scary defense, but their offense has to get way better for them to be better. Their offense is struggling bad.
Yeah, Purdy's went downhill lately.
Yeah.
I didn't think losing Debo would hurt that bad, but apparently it has.
Yep. We're going to do the rundown of every game here. We'll talk about our upset of the week, safe bet, game of the week.
First touchdowns of the games.
And honestly, everyone on here, if you look at ESPN's points, who's in favorite, a lot of these could be upsets. It'll be very, very close. So
Agreed.
A lot of our upset games might not even be upset games to you because they're coin flips. All right, so we're going to start with Thursday night football. We got the Titans versus the Steelers. The Steelers are favored. Who do you have scoring your first touchdown, and who do you have winning?
Well, both these teams are going to be with backup quarterbacks, I believe. I think Pickett's still out. Tannehill is out.
Who has more weapons?
More weapons? Will Levis had a pretty decent game. His first time in, 4 touchdowns.
Yep, and you know what? 3 of them went to DeAndre Hopkins.
And
They're finally using their star.
Who did they play again? Last week?
I believe they played. I don't know why I'm blanking, but I believe they played the Falcons.
Okay. Falcons they're having okay defense, but I still think Pittsburgh's defense is better than the Falcons.
I mean, I'm not going to argue that. All right, so who do you have scoring the first touchdown?
I have Pittsburgh defense.
Pittsburgh's defense. Okay, if the defense doesn't, this is our safe thing. We do defense or what?
Derrick Henry.
All right. I'm going to go with his favorite target, DeAndre Hopkins. Well, I don't see why you wouldn't, right?
Right. Who do you got winning the game?
I'm going to go with Tennessee on this one.
I got Pittsburgh.
Again, so I guess that would be an upset of the week for me. All right, let's move on to the international game. I believe this game is going to be played overseas in Germany. We have the Dolphins and the Kansas City Swifties. Who is your first touchdown scorer?
Well, I had Jalen Waddle, but I don't know if he is playing because he's been hurt.
Okay.
So if Jalen Waddle doesn't play, I'm going Tyreek.
I also have Tyreek Hill. This is a game to prove that he should have been paid in Kansas City, which I think he should have. Who do I have winning the game? Kansas City Swifties.
I have the Dolphins.
This will be... You want to make a bet on this one?
$5 bet?
Yeah, $5 bet.
Okay.
Oh, man, I am so glad. Oh, my gosh. All right, as you know, this has been going on. He thinks Tua is great, and I'm against Tua right now. I mean, until Tua can prove himself,
You being anti-Tua?
I'm not really anti-Tua. I'm just realistic. Let's just say realistic.
Don't get me wrong. I love Mahomes. I love the Chiefs, but I think this Miami's on a roll right now.
Miami might be on a roll. The Chiefs just coming off a loss. Like, dude, I don't know. I mean, let's see. The Chiefs have played a tough schedule so far. So.
I mean, if Taylor Swift's at the game, I might have to change my opinion, but right now I think it's
honestly,
Miami.
I don't think Taylor Swift is going to be in attendance because that is pretty far if she has her Saturday night thing.
And then go to Germany.
Germany by 9 o'clock in the morning our time. Like, no way is going to happen.
Right. You said you got Kansas City, right?
Yep. So now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If we bet $5 on this game and you lose, I will pay your $5 if you admit that Tua is not a great quarterback. Okay? Because that means he's played 3 teams now with a winning record and has lost all 3. And we'll see what the score is. I think it's going to be a blowout. I honestly do. I don't think that the Dolphins' defense can compete with...
Okay, if Kansas City blows out Miami, I will take you up on that. I will say Tua is not a good quarterback. But if they lose close, I'm not going to say it.
What's close? 1 possession?
One possession.
7 points?
7 or less. Or 8 or less.
Okay. But you'll say it if they win by 9.
If they win by double figures.
10.
10 points or more.
Okay.
I'll say it.
This would be great. I'm excited because you know what? The Chiefs are going to blow them out of the water. All right. 1 o'clock games, Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. I think this is hands down a Ravens win, but this is on my upset alert.
This is my one of my games of the week.
Okay.
Baltimore, Seattle.
You know what? It is a game of the week as well for me, too. I have it on upset game of the week, and I know I'm saying upset alert for the Seahawks. The only reason I'm saying that, Seahawks are now number 1 in their division.
Correct.
They passed the San Francisco 49ers. They need to win. They need this win.
They do.
And I know Pete Carroll knows it. I think they're going to play harder than you've ever seen the Seahawks play before. And it's in Baltimore. Do I see the Ravens winning? I do. Do I think the Seahawks have a chance to win? I do.
So who are you picking?
If I'm going with an upset alert, I'm going to say Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
I got Baltimore.
Who do you have scoring the first touchdown?
I got Mr. Mark Andrews.
He's due. And you know what? I do too. This is great. We're finally agreeing. Well, every time we've agreed so far, we've lost. So.
Right. Don't pick Mark Andrews.
Yep, guys, don't bet on Mark Andrews. It'll probably be a Lamar Jackson run-in.
Probably. Or Justice Hill or something.
Yep. Or Seattle's DK Metcalf.
Yeah, you never know.
All right, Cardinals-Browns.
This is my safest game of the week.
Yep. That's exact. The Browns over the Cardinals.
Browns
easy.
over the Cardinals, yep.
Who's your first touchdown scorer?
I got Mr. Ford.
Ford. I have Kareem Hunt.
So it's going to be a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, well, or passing.
Maybe.
It doesn't. It's going to go to the running back.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
There ain't much to say about this. Arizona just traded with Dobbs. They're trying to say Kyler Murray's going to be back. I don't know if he's going to be back this week or next week.
I think they're on a rebuild. I'm surprised Kyler Murray didn't get traded.
I'm surprised they're even going to let Kyler Murray play this season.
He's dead cap.
I mean, I knew they weren't going to trade him, but let him get 100% of the way healthy. Why does he even need to play this season?
You get a better round draft pick if you don't play him, but it's not going to help the Cardinals regardless playing him or not.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. Bucks, Texans.
Buccaneers and Texans.
Texans are favored to win this game. Well, I don't understand. I don't think the Bucks are that bad. Is somebody hurt on the Bucks that I don't know of?
Not that I know of. Tampa's got a good team this year. They're doing pretty decent.
Baker Mayfield is playing mistake-free football for the first time in a while.
They play Buffalo pretty tough. So
yeah, and shockingly tough.
Yeah,
they had a chance to win. There was a controversial call that people were saying. I don't think it was pass interference. And the only reason I say it's not pass interference at the end of that game is because they weren't calling it all game. And so you're not going to call it the last play of the game. Good. Like, that's the way you need to ref the game.
Yeah.
Now, if they were calling it tight like that all game long, then yeah, you got to call it. Because you know what? You're teaching the players, this is the way we're going to play the game.
They're going to do what they're allowed to get away with.
Yep,
so.
Exactly. All right, who do you have winning this game?
I have Tampa.
So do I. So that's technically an upset of the week, even though it's really not an upset.
Yeah.
Who do you have scoring the first touchdown?
I got Mike Evans.
Me too. Look at that. We are not going to make any money for anybody this week.
If you guys are listening, bet on Goodwin or Godwin.
Godwin or Mike White.
Yeah, right?
All right, Saints, Bears. Wow. If you have this as your upset, I'm going to laugh at you.
No. I got the Saints winning.
Yeah. Pretty easy, huh?
Yeah.
All right, who's the first touchdown?
Taysom
Hill. That's not not bad. I have Michael Thomas.
Yeah?
Yep.
He's due.
He is due. He is very much due. Oh, I better put Taysom because I'll put Tyreek on accident.
Even though it's not the same game.
Yep. All right, moving down to my Falcons and my Vikings. See, the two teams I was really high on this year.
And your Falcons benched Ritter last week.
Did they?
in the hip.
That's upsetting. Ritter's not bad. He's just not playing 100% like I thought he would, but he hasn't had a good schedule to start with.
Minnesota's starting a rookie quarterback. Dobbs isn't playing this week.
I think Minnesota still has a chance to win this game.
I mean, they have a chance, but they're not going to.
You don't think so?
No.
I have this as my upset, Vikings over Falcons. I think the rookie quarterback's going to trust in their playmakers, and Alexander Madison's going to have a big rushing game. I think Joe Addison's going to go have a great game.
I have Alexander Madison on my fantasy team. He hasn't had a big anything this year, so.
Hey, this is the time. This is the time.
Yeah, I'm benching him this week, so he's going to go off.
Yep, so there you go. So who do you have scoring the first touchdown? Alexander Madison, right?
I got TJ.
TJ
Hawkinson.
Okay, I have Joe Addison. I think it'll be a passing touchdown with 2 unknown quarterbacks.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got the Rams, Packers.
I don't know why Green Bay's favored in this game.
I don't either. So could this be an upset? Yes, it will be. The Rams will beat the Packers.
Agreed. I think it's going to be a closer game, but I think...
the closer game, they gave it to the home field advantage.
Maybe because Stafford's hurt. I don't know.
Stafford officially out for the game, though?
He's questionable. I don't think he's officially out, but... let me
look at the game cast real quick while you're looking at
I still don't think that the Packers can beat the Rams because the Rams' overall team, I think, is better than the Packers, even without Stafford.
Okay. Yeah, Stafford's not on the injury report.
No? No.
And Stenson Bennett is. Congratulations to the backup quarterback.
So we both have the Rams winning?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Who you got your first touchdown?
I have Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
He's due.
I'm going with Cooper Kupp until it happens.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I don't know. Puka Chuka or Nuka Puka. I like that guy. He's good.
Yeah.
All right, the last 1 o'clock game, we have Commanders Patriots. The New England's favored in this game, but I know the Commanders got rid of their big offensive or defensive stud. Studs.
Yeah, but Sweat and Chase.
I still don't believe that they're going to be bad enough to lose to the Patriots. I have the Commanders winning with McLaurin as the first touchdown scorer.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots won this game, but I'm with you. I still think Washington's going to win.
Okay.
But I still have Ramondre Stevenson scoring the first touchdown for the Patriots.
All right, we got Giants Raiders. Nope, I lied. Scoot it back. Boop. We got the Colts Panthers.
Colts and Panthers.
Dun, 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 dun. I have Panthers by 100.
Oh, here we go. You think the Panthers are going to win?
I have the Panthers winning this game, yep.
Yep.
Because I don't want you to be a Colts fan for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I made that quite adamant off air.
He said if the Colts lose to the Panthers, he is done with the Colts. So I'm going Panthers, baby. Got to have some kind of luck here this time. Panthers.
I'll be extremely upset with the Colts, but as much as that says, I'm still going to be a Colts fan. I'm not going to change teams, but I got the Colts winning.
All right, who's your first touchdown scorer?
I got Zach Moss.
I have Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
Yep, he's going to have 3 touchdowns that game.
Probably. The Colts secondary is terrible right now.
And you know what? That's how the Panthers are going to beat the Colts.
If Tony Brown is still a member of the Colts secondary, whoever he is guarding is going to score a touchdown.
Hopefully it's Adam Thielen because I could use him in fantasy right now.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving to the Giants Raiders.
This is the toilet bowl of the week.
This is probably for the number 2 draft pick.
Could be.
No, I don't think so. The Giants are a better team than 2 and 6. I don't.
Yeah, the Raiders are a dumpster fire, though. I mean,
Jared Goff, Jimmy G is just he's horrendous.
He's missing people wide open. Hunter Renfrow is not a part of this offense for some strange reason.
Look, last year the Raiders were a playoff team.
Yeah,
with Derek Carr, and then you trade Derek Carr to get a worse Derek Carr,
right?
And Derek Carr is going to be in the playoffs with the Saints, possibly. And the Raiders are looking at what the heck's going on.
A top 5 draft pick.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I don't think it could be the coach, but it's also Jimmy G.
I mean, if you watched that game last week, there were several times that Renfro was open, Adams was open. They did not complete a pass to a wide receiver in the first half.
But the pocket was collapsing. But what I also saw was Jimmy G wasn't ready to throw the ball even when the pocket was collapsing. Jimmy G's a tall quarterback. He could throw the ball away. He could throw the ball downfield. Like, even if the pocket is collapsing, you throw the ball.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the ball. You don't take sacks. You don't.
If you feel the pressure, Jimmy G tucks it and runs every time. He doesn't get rid of the ball faster. He doesn't.
And then there was a series there where the Lions fumbled it, and the very next play, Jimmy G throws it right to the Lions safety.
I saw that, yep. It was fumble right near the end zone and then turnover. Wow, good job.
I was like, what is going on here? But I got the Giants winning this game.
I do too. Vegas is favored, but there's no way. There's no way. Who do you have scoring the first touchdown?
Josh Jacobs.
Oh, okay. I actually have Isaiah Hodgins.
Yeah?
For the wide receiver for the Giants. If there's even a touchdown in that game, it could be a field goal battle.
It could be 9-6 or 9-3.
Yeah, very well could be. All right, and I think this is the nominee of the game of the week for me. Cowboys-Eagles.
This is a nominee for me, too.
Did we skip the Bengals game?
They play Sunday night.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Oh, Baltimore. We already talked about. Okay, cool. All right, back on track. Sorry, guys, brain fart here. Cowboys-Eagles, game of the week, opportunity here. It's a divisional game. The Eagles are due for a loss. I don't see it happening. What do you think?
It's in Philadelphia. I think the Cowboys kind of struggle on the road. I mean, they're not as good as they are at home.
They're 5-2.
They're 5-2, but they don't look as good on the road as they do at home, in my opinion.
Okay. I'll take that opinion, but I don't see any support backing that up.
Anyways, I think Philly continues their hot streak and Philly wins this game.
Okay.
Who do you got?
I'm going to actually go with the Eagles.
Eagles?
Yeah, I have A.J. Brown for 3 touchdowns here.
3? Wow.
Yeah, I kind of have to.
A little bias there on fantasy, huh?
100%, yep. Mm-hmm. Do you know who the Cowboys lost to this year?
They lost to the Cardinals and who else?
The 49ers.
49ers, yep.
Mm-hmm. Their biggest, or the most points they scored were on the road. 40-0 against the Giants.
That don't count.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to support your terrible statement.
Who do you got first touchdown?
First touchdown, A.J. Brown.
I'm going to go Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. All right. He's due.
He is.
He's been kind of quiet lately. All right, another game of the week. Obviously, it's got to be a game of the week. This is a battle from last year. Bills-Bengals. Everybody's dying to see what the Bills can do in the Bengals Stadium, and with the
hopefully
last year.
Hopefully we can finish this game this year, right?
Yeah, let's not make a joke about that. That's not funny, Ryan. I mean, a man almost died on the field for no reason. I mean,
I'm
just
glad
a freak
he's
accident.
I'm glad he's okay.
That the Bengals, though, kudos to them handling a perfect opportunity last year. Did the right thing. I'm glad they canceled the game. Wish they would have made up the game, but because it meant a lot more than people thought, that game with seeding in the playoffs. I mean, that changed the whole outcome of the playoffs. It could have went through Buffalo or it could have went through Cincinnati. That game decided it. By canceling it, everything went through Cincinnati or went through Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, that again, the importance of that game was it wasn't about football at that point. It was about player safety.
Yeah, agreed.
And so I'm okay with the outcome of it. They canceled it. Cool.
The NFL wanted to finish it, but the coaches said no. So
the only reason they didn't reschedule that is because they didn't want to push everything back a week.
Yeah.
Which I think is a silly, silly thing. Why can't they push everything back a week or have a makeup week?
I have no idea.
In between the playoffs and that.
Right.
So
I don't know.
Either way, that'll be a really different type of reunion. It'll be a different type of vibe, I think, in Cincinnati this game.
Is Hamlin actually playing, or is he just...
He'll either be a healthy scratch or he'll be suited up. With the way our defense is going to be set up against the Bengals, I think he'll be on the field.
Yeah.
So, however this goes, I don't know if it'll be more about football or if it'll be more about, the tragedy that happened last year, and how well everything was handled. Or, there's obviously going to probably be a memorial thing for it, or
right.
At
least a video package or something.
Yeah. I wonder how they're going to handle that. But who do you have winning this game?
I know who you have winning this game.
No, you don't.
Really?
You do not know who I have winning this game.
I have Cincinnati winning this game.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm not going to be shocked. The Bengals are playing really well, and the Bills are playing really bad right now.
Right.
Hopefully this is a turnaround game. I'd like to see the Bills win this game. I will put another $5 bet on this. I'll take the Bills if you want to take the Bengals.
Okay.
Okay. This is good. This is great. All right, I'm going to have the Bills winning this game. All right, who's your first touchdown scorer?
I got Joe Mixon. He's due.
Joe Mixon is not due.
He is due.
He had 2 touchdowns last week.
But he's still due for a first touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid scored his first touchdown last week. This dude's going to be on fire. They're finally going to use him. Dalton Kincaid, first touchdown, Buffalo Bills. Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. We got Chargers, Jets.
This is my upset. Even though
you have the Jets?
I have the Jets.
Okay. I'm still flying high with the Chargers. I don't think the record actually tells them how good the team actually is. I think they need a new coach or a new offensive coordinator because they have literally the most weapons on offense than anybody has in the NFL.
Agreed.
And they shouldn't be 3-4. I'm going with the Chargers. My first touchdown scorer is going to be the Jets defense or Austin Eckler.
Yeah. I have the Jets winning this game, and my first touchdown is going to be Breece Hall.
All right. I don't see a good running game for the Jets this week.
No?
No, I think the defensive 4 for the Chargers are going to stop the run game pretty well. Now, if they can break that line, then yeah, it's going to be breakout plays, but it's either going to be catching them at the line or it's going to be 10 yards.
You're not worried about the Chargers going all the way to the East Coast?
No.
No?
No. Honestly, I think the Chargers are better on the road than they are at home. They're kind of like the Bills.
Yeah?
Better on the road than they are at home.
We'll see about that. But
all right. So, wait, we need to pick one more game to bet on. You want to bet on this one? I want the Chargers. Do you want the Jets?
I mean, I think it's going to be an upset, but I'm not that confident in the Jets.
Not enough to make that our tiebreaker?
Not enough to make that our tiebreaker.
Okay, what game do you want to do as a tiebreaker this week? Vikings, Falcons?
You got Minnesota, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, we can do that one.
Okay.
I'll do Atlanta. So what's our 3 bets?
All right, I have the Chiefs, Bills, and Vikings. You have the Dolphins, Bengals, Falcons.
Okay.
Okay. And then, our tiebreaker could have been our touchdown scores, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm. It's a $20 bet or all or nothing. It's either 20 or 5. Nothing in between.
Right.
So, all right. Well, perfect. Anything else you want to add about this week?
Tua is still a top 5 quarterback.
Oh, here we go again with this Tua bullcrap. I almost said the S word. You almost got me to put $1 into the bucket. No, Tua is not a top 5.
That's the goal, right? Put $1 in a bucket?
Put $1 in the bucket. You're going to put $1 in the bucket because the Colts are going to lose to the Carolina Panthers this week, and you're going to cry.
I'm going to cry.
I cannot wait. We're going to watch that game together, okay?
Oh, are we?
And I'm going to film you through the whole thing. Maybe we can do a live episode just for you folks to watch him cry when the Carolina Panthers upset the Colts this week.
Yeah, don't see it happening.
All right, guys. Thanks again for listening. Please comment, share. We're always competitive about who's right and who's wrong. If you disagree with me, just say I disagree with Ben. And maybe put why, because I'll probably reply why. But if you disagree with Ryan, it obviously makes sense that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh. All right. So thanks again for listening to Mom's Basement. We'll see you next episode.